Alright, so, Burn was the, sorry. Burn was the talk of the Pro Tour. So, I built it, and I want to see if it's real. So, I started off with an 8-man. This is round 1 of that, match 1 of that 8-man, and it looks like I'm up against Amulet of Vigor. So, the two most talked about um, decks at the Pro Tour being played. I'm going to start off with a Goblin Guide, like you always should. I'm not the biggest fan of Monastery Mentor, but I'll live. So, although I've done massive amounts of damage with Monastery Mentor before. And he reveals... Okay, so this is clearly not Amulet of Vigor. That is an Assault Strobe. The creature gets double strike. This is a take on a Pauper deck. Yeah, there's the Kiln Fiend. It's a Kiln Fiend based Pauper deck. So now I'm stuck with 1 mana, so I think I actually have to play defense. This deck plays 18 lands, I think, or maybe 20 lands, and like 12 of them are fetch lands. That is... okay, so he gets to search for a creature. It's kind of like the card from Tron that lets you search out a colorless card. I don't know. Personally, I hate Burn. I think it's horrible. It's deplorable, to be honest. You know, if you play Burn, it just makes you a worse human being. But I wanted to see if this deck is real before I rip it apart and then burn all my mountains. So I attack, and he sits there for a while. Still sitting. Still sitting there. Alright, there you go. He figured it out. I didn't attack. First off, I didn't have a good attack. Second off, you know, if he does attack, I block. Now I can take a chance here. He can deal 20 points of damage in 1 turn. He has Assault Strobe. If you have Mutagenic Growth, like that. Although, he's basically wasting Mutagenic Growth here unless he can give it Trample. But, okay. Fantastic. If I don't get another land, I'm pretty effed, though, in the A. And now he's going to search for a dude. Maybe Niv-Mage's Elemental's in this deck somewhere. But there's another Kiln Fiend. Land? That's not... So I'm going to the face here. I'm going to make a rather egregious misplay here. And I'm just going to go to the face. And not even thinking about it, attack with Goblin Guide, giving him his 3rd land, which is basically all he needs to kill me, so me dead. I'm basically not even thinking about me being dead, but I'm thinking about the sideboard plan, and this deck, I don't know, I don't like its sideboard. I've had to change it up recently, adding sudden shocks and other sort of things. You know what's funny is that this deck wasn't better when it had Deathrite Shaman. It was exactly the same, to me at least. I mean, I literally just got the cards of this deck, stuck it together, took the PT list, made like a couple changes to the mana base and the sideboard, and that's it. Alright, so that's 20 damage on the dot. I should have stayed back, blocked, suspended the Rift Bolt killing his dude, waited another turn for a land, but I didn't have a land coming up, so... Sideboard-wise... I don't know how to side. I literally just put this deck together. I don't know. I'm just taking shots in the dark here, to be honest. Combust doesn't kill any of his dudes. Although on his stream, and I was not ghosting him. During Paul Cheon's 24-hour stream, I beat him with Burn. He didn't think I had the answer, and the only thing I had in my hand was answers to Splinter Twin, which is what he was playing. It was hilarious. I had like Combust, Wear and Tear, which was my sideboard, in my hand, which I found hilarious. But yeah, what do I know? Alright, so what I like about playing against this guy is that all of his lands deal damage to him, or a good number of his lands deal damage to him, which helps me out tremendously. It's just a Travis Wu deck. That's really all this is. And Travis Wu is, well, to be completely honest, Travis Wu is a joke. I mean, if you like Travis Wu, you don't like Magic. You might like EDH, which is fine, but it's just stupid. Alright, so he's searching out for a creature. I'm going to, since this deck should only play, that's not awkward, draw there. That's one of the things I did. I'm gonna show you guys after this 8-man, a modern daily event that I played with this deck in. I'm just gonna pay the 3 life. Life really isn't important in this matchup. My life total, at least. I just want to kill his Kiln Fiend, so let's see what he draws. Oh, interesting. It's always fun learning about new cards, kind of like Momir, you know. He has an interesting little rebound card that gives protection. That's cute, I like it. It's kind of like Distortion Strike, but about 1,000 times worse, maybe? I think Apostle's Blessing is probably better in this situation. Alright, so you played a Kiln Fiend. And you exile the Simian Spirit Guide to do it, which is interesting. That's fine. I mean, he doesn't want to take an extra point of damage, I could understand that. So I'm going to, with the Rift Bolt that's suspended, I'm going to point it at the Kiln Fiend. Because, you know, when you only play, what, this, and when it Magus Elemental in your deck, that's 8 creatures. If I get his creatures off the board, he's dead, so he's going to give protection, take a point of damage. I'm going to bolt it. I'm completely fine with using, I guess I'm 2-for-1ing myself, I don't know. But this is fine for me, because him being at 10 life, I wouldn't have been able to get in enough damage without him having the chance to kill me. So, there's a Goblin Guide. So, like, he still would have blocked, he still would have had ways of protecting his creature. I have more outs than he does, so I put him down to 6, plus both of his lands deal him damage, so anything that he plays is going to deal damage to him. So I'm counting his lands as damage spells. I just put 2 lands in his hands, kind of funny. Just play out that mana confluence, man. Every time you tap it, it's, you know, tap your lands like a burn spell. The only thing I'm worried about, honestly, I'm not even worried about Leyline of Sanctity. I'm more worried about what's the name of it? Core Firewalker. That card is scary as hell. Because that card will shut me down in like a second. And a lot of decks can play it. This hand's pretty sweet, not gonna lie. That Stomping Ground is very frustrating. That's why I removed it from the deck for the modern daily, but not this 8-man. I wasn't quite sure why you'd play a Stomping Ground in a deck that has only 3 cards on the sideboard that can utilize it. So I end up, okay, so he exiled a Simian Spirit Guide to play a Monastery Swift Spear. Not Monastery Mentor, as I was calling it. So I'm just going to bolt it, because I'm guessing that he doesn't have any mana, or he doesn't want to take any damage. I don't know. That's obviously his second win con, but you can't do 20 damage with that like you could do with a Kiln Fiend. So he's going to do it again. Simian Spirit Guide again. And then Probe. That's not good. He's going to see my hand, know he's pretty much dead. He's at 18. I can do 9, I could do 13 points of damage right now. Now I can do 16 points of damage. And if he doesn't draw land, he's dead, so. Yeah, so that's game. Alright, on to round 2 of this 8-man.